I want to show how to upgrade Evidence VMS software to new platform EvidenceWin. That is different software. However, you can keep some configuration and archive. So for that must be installed the latest Evidence VMS, and this will have option to export configuration. Let me export the configuration, name it with today's date. Okay, let me show you that I have some archives on the camera. So a few days it's already storing. Also, I will show you that I have different rights. I have user 1 that sees only single camera. And the user 2 that sees only the second camera. Okay, now let's try to update the software. Before that, I will show the created config file. Is just ordinary XML file that consists of the device, models, and passwords, users and passwords. Also, it has all users, but it has no rights on the users. You will see it later. Okay, now I will close the software and we'll try to install new EvidenceWin platform. I will choose standalone version because I have the license for standalone version. And let me install it. Okay, as you see that setup cannot proceed until I will uninstall the previous version. For that I will choose apps and find evidence, and I uninstall it. Yes, something is running. Stop and try again. Yes, I want to remove. I will keep the database and license. Evidence was successfully removed. So let me try to install EvidenceWin software. Okay, I accept the agreement. Choose the default folder, choose all default applications. Setup complete. Now it will start server setup wizard. I will choose all defaults. And now I must enter license. I have ordered the license. Copy. Okay. It will activate the license online and telling me that the server are running. So they should stop first to activate the license. Yes, now it's activated. And I will start the quick setup wizard. This is the first login without the password because it is the new installation. It will ask to create the new password. You see, there are pretty strict restrictions in creating the password. At least 2 capital letters and 2 low letters, and at least 8 symbols long. I have such password. Yes, it tells me that I have the trial version which is correct. Now I must complete the setup wizard to launch the EvidenceWin console. Without it, I cannot launch it. I will choose nothing, however, I must complete the steps. Okay, setup wizard is complete. Done. Only now I can enter the management console, which is the configuration software for the EvidenceWin. Now I will choose my old configuration to import the information from the old EvidenceWin VMS software. This is the file that we created by export. It actually tells that it will ignore permissions, and we will set all new permissions manually. It is telling which channels to import. It's okay for me. I will proceed with the import. Yes, we have 3 users, 3 groups, 2 channels and devices. Now, let me first check that we have the storage set correctly. We actually have the old archive here in the evidence archive files, and we will check that the configuration of the storage is correct in new software. Yes, it is the same. Yes, it seems the correct one. The path is already correct. If on the old EvidenceWin versions, it can automatically not appear here, so you must create a new local directory with these parameters. But for now, it's okay. Now let me try to join with the monitoring software. I will use the password that I was set previously. And yes, I see both cameras. Let me see the playback. Okay, we see the playback as orphan archive tracks. If we choose the camera and choose the playback, then we will see no playback here. Okay, we must set it. We will set it right now. So, cameras do not have any motion parameters, so we must change it. I choose channels, I choose camera, I choose edit, and I set recording parameters. I will set the default recording by motion. The channel has no motion detector enabled. Click no to leave motion detector disabled. I will click no to show how to make it manually. You select motion detector, you select the camera motion detector. This is the camera-based motion detector. It must be first configured on the camera, and only then it will work. For this camera, I will do the camera motion detector, and now I will choose another camera. and I will set recording by the motion. No, and I will choose the motion detector, software high performance. This will make the software to use the motion detecting parameters. I will choose that I ignore this side. Okay. Now cameras should already start recording. Let me see if... Okay, we are in playback. Now we are back to the live and we see... Yes, this is already recording by the motion. And this camera actually started to record as well. Let me see the playback. And now you see we have the archives per channel. And only new archive appears here. If we want to see the old archives, we should double click on the orphan tracks. And only then we will see it. The old days. Okay, let me see the night, for example. It's not a night. Okay. This is okay. So now let I try to create a new server. So login with the user 1. Access is denied. Yes, this is correct because I have not set the permissions to the users. Let me do it. Okay, let me choose the group members. I will use user 1. And now I must set parameters. Okay, the resources administration profile I can connect with the client. Okay. And also I forgot to set which camera it will see. Resources, it will see, for example, first camera, all. Okay. Now let me try duplicated server. Yes, it's okay. Disconnect, connect. Yeah, and you see now we have access to the camera. The bad thing that if you see the playback, you can't see the old archive. You have only access to the new archive. And we will do the same for the second user. Member of the group 2, and let me give only permissions to the second camera, and let me permit connect only over the client, over the monitoring client. Okay, let me now change the user edit, user 2, just to check if it's working. Yes, it's working as well, as you see, and we can see only the second camera. Let me see if we can. Yeah. That is all what I wanted to show.